I like that. We're on to game number 3 of the day. This is going to be MNM versus Lucent. Lucent 0-2 right now. Okay. So if they lose here, they are in a pretty rough situation. There we go. I swear I can talk.
This bottom lane name duo is going to trip you up. That's all I know.
Oh, no. What?
That's all I know.
Wait, hold on. They switched. Billy Wonka, Willy Wonka?
Yes.
That is genuinely the best bot lane name I have ever seen. All right, I'm a Lucent fan. I'm switching votes. Screw Eminem.
All right,
Who likes marshmallows anyway?
Yeah. So this is closer to the Lucent lineup that actually ended up promoting into the UKLC. I believe Billy Bonka is name changed from Vanguard. So there's that. I can't remember Willy Wonka's previous. This is gonna get funny really quickly. I can tell.
I'm so excited. I'm warning you, and I'm warning my producer right now. There could be a really bad mess up at some point in the middle of this. One letter could get changed, and things could get real bad. So I'm putting my hands up and saying I'm sorry now. In the heat of the moment, words get jumbled. That's me protecting myself. Let's get going into the picks of ban. So as the Karthus has been taken away, same with the Xin Zhao, and the Karma is the ban here from Lucent, followed up by the Nocturne.
Yeah, so let's see. Thinking about, of course, the Rumble, the Viego, the Gwen, of course, all picks that consistently catch bans. Varus as well, something that, does slip through a fair amount. And coming into week 2 rather, I believe Gwen was one of the champions that had 100% presence here in the UKLC. There was also one champion that shared that stat, as Gwen will now actually receive a ban this time around. But on blue side, and Lucent have heard my prayers, and they finally removed the Akali, so we're not going to see it today, but it is just going to signal an immediate Rumble first pick here. So let's see what MNM decide to do in their second rotation, whereas Lucent got to respond to this Rumble, looking at things like the Ezreal to sort of lessen the potency of this Rumble element to the carries of Lucent. Jake, you're muted.
I hate my life. I'm muted. Ezreal, that's what I was saying. I feel like Ezreal's really strong here. So I was like, Ezreal's open. I assume they're going to pick it up because I'm a really big brain. And don't sync up my mouth with what I just said there, because you'll realize that I'm absolutely right. So it's a waste of your time. Next pick up here for Lucent. Are they just going to pick themselves up something we can go bot lane with the... Probably not. Probably look for a jungler. And you kind of hinted at the Udyr earlier on today. And that is going to be the pickup.
Yeah, so, you see Rumble, Udyr can match the clear speed, probably still faster out of the 2 junglers. And now, MNM, I like this. The Ezreal can suffer into the Kai'Sa, and I wouldn't mind seeing Nautilus with it.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
We could see an AD mid/top laner be locked in, just so you've got the safety net of having an AD solo laner with the Rumble, which is going to be the case here in the Lee Sin. Of course, Lee scales fine in the solo lanes. It doesn't suffer like it does in the jungle. You've always typically got a relatively useful champion when you've got solo lane Lee Sin. And we'll have to see how Lucent decide to respond, whether they want to pick up a solo lane themselves. Things like Tristana, Lucian, all things that you could pair. Bard's being covered for a while, and it is getting locked in. So expecting to see Willy Wonka on this Bard roaming around to try and catch people off guard. With this Udyr, you've got a lot of CC paired up, and honestly, Rumble is a mobile. So if you can catch him off guard with a Tempered Fate once you have that available, things like, of course, the Cosmic Bindings can also be pretty oppressive when you pair it up with Bear Slap. You just can't move for like 2.5 seconds. Yeah,
I was about to say Nautilus definitely going to have to get banned. Nautilus is so good into Ezreal. The deck charge follows him if you shift. Fresh is a interesting ban there. I guess it adds an element of safety from those Cosmic Bindings if you can kind of temper yourself around. Interesting pickup there for them, but it does mean the Leo is open, and Leona paired with Rumble, if we're just looking kind of out of lane and looking more into a group situation, it's actually a really nice pickup, so it could be there. Also have that Seraphine is open as well. We could potentially go in the mid lane. Seraphine, Rumble, we did see also paired up last week as well, and to great effect. It is terrifyingly strong when your entire team is charmed on top of an equalizer. But the Ornna's going to get picked up. And Lucent, this is more traditional as a team comp here. They've got a bit of front line. They've got, the Tempered Fate for some engage to also follow up with the ulti.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it in the context of the draft kind of, but the issue is you've now kind of got two weak side lanes with counterpick in the mid lane, yes, but how effective is it going to be if we end up seeing you know, a pick like this, like Shen, which can kind of just evacuate the lane almost on command, and now we know it's Lucent mid, and you could end up with something like Leona anyway in the bottom lane, or something scaly, because you know you're not going to be pressured that hard by the Ezreal Bard, but you just take up the engage option realistically, and then you can't really be you know, held up that much in team fights. Rakan would be pretty good too. There's not a lot stopping him from going in and finding engages. There's just it's not given so much freedom.
That team goes forwards.
Yes,
you have Rakan, you have Kai'Sa, you have Shen, you have Lucent. The only thing that doesn't go forward is the Rumble, and the Rumble basically sets
Rumble goes forward. Come on, Rumble.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the dashes, right?
Now,
the proto belt, actually, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about, because this is likely actually going to get locked in. I imagine this is going to get locked in here for Nice Guy Dom. It's something he loves, something we've seen him play. I mean, it was one of the picks he played to get into the UKLC on this Lucent lineup. Ziggs recently just got buffed. Just so we're clear, the ultimate speed was increased after a certain cast range. I want to say it's after 2,500 units, it gains increased speed, and it's noticeably faster. And then on top of that, I think his Q got bumped up in damage a tad. I'm not sure how high specifically on the numbers, but it's still a buff to this champion who honestly is kind of underutilized in this. Not necessarily in this meta, but I feel like over time he's been a bit underutilized, but there's reasons for it. There are stronger control mages, so it's not like, you know, Ziggs is this sleeper god pick. But he does deal damage, and whenever we do see him come out on occasion, he normally tops the damage charts, and it is for the sake of Ziggs, man. So MNM, they've got to pay a little bit of care to that, but the draft is...
It's okay as well into teams that want to jump forward as well, because he's very good at setting up zone control with the minefield and the satchel charges and things like that. Obviously, Ziggs doesn't like when people get up in his face, but he wants people to attempt it, and he wants to be able to kind of dissuade them with the poke and the prodding. Ezreal Ziggs is a lot of poke and a lot of kind of zone control thanks to that Ziggs. If it does become an Infernal map, it actually will be quite nice for MNM, because it just means there's more avenues to kind of kite and, you know, make their way through these areas that have been cut off. But yeah, I think honestly though, as much as I love Billy Bonker, Willy Wonka, I do think MNM have a really, really nice team comp here. They've, like I said, this goes forward. Rumble can enable that and slow everyone down. He can set up for it. And I think team fights can be probably fairly fast with the amount of burst they'll be able to put out.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got effectively 3 lanes of priority, engage options. I'm not going to necessarily say you outscale, but you scale fine. And if you're Lucent, you've got to sit on your hands for 15 to 20 minutes. And against the team like MNM, who traditionally, even throughout the different roster iterations, they've always been aggressive. And that's scary when you've got aggressive tools, full priority. I think Wilhelm's got a lot on his plate here to work with playing this.
He really does.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be a very, very tough one for them. As does look like we've loaded through onto the Rift for our 3rd game of the day. This is MNM taking on Lucent. Remember, Lucent need this win. They are 0-2 right now in the standings, and I know it's only week 2, but with everyone slowly starting to pull ahead, you don't want to be kind of stuck in that last place spot. You don't want to have to even think about the relegations and taking on some of these UKEL teams, especially when Lucent are one of our newer teams here in the league.
Yeah, it is really important to try and get a strong start, you know, sort of domestically when you talk about the long term, especially when you just promote into a league. You ideally want to try and finish, you know, middle of the pack, playoffs if it somehow happens. Gadanika, a bit of damage, but got Vango in the area, so got his ward down. Wilhelm will likely go back and swap to a sweeper and clear that ward. But if he does, it's still the information gained and what MNM likely wanted to achieve either way.
Minions have spawned.
The lanes are just being set up in... It's a defensive line. No cheeky invades. We did see over in the last couple of weeks leading up to this, kind of that bot lane stack, and does look like Jopper and Clocks may be setting up for a little something. They're pushed up fairly hard in this bottom lane, but I believe they were spotted out. The ward pings are going down, and Jopper just chilling in the wave. We'll see what this dynamic bot lane duo are going to do. So it looks like they're just going to hold the wave here.
Illy and Willy on the rift. I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
None of us can. We'll see whether or not this is the golden ticket they need to find that first win. Oh boy, it's starting up now.
It's, guys, if you don't like puns, strap yourself in, because either one of us is going to find many throughout this game, as we'll try and take it serious as much as we can. You've got 2 idiots on the cast, unfortunately. I can promise you there.
Don't worry, we'll break this game down.
Yeah.
Won't just focus on chocolate puns.
Definitely not. As yeah, both junglers, full clears. Lucky for Vango that there was still a minion underneath Nice Guy Dom's tower. Otherwise, he likely would have eaten up a pretty hefty trade. This is the pick Aragon's always kind of had in his back pocket. He's not played it a whole bunch, I believe, in spring. He might have had 1 or 2 games on it. But Shen, a very powerful champion, especially on this meta. Or in this meta. With some of the itemization options available to him, and even some of the changes to how Shen's ultimate works. It can become very oppressive when you're trying to dive in as bottom lane priority.
Oh, they're just flashing forward.
Wow!
Billy Bonk is going to get jumped onto, and it looks like Adonica has read the play.
Well,
so they had a Twix up their sleeve.
Yeah. Chadonica flashes over the wall as well on the back end of the play, forces out Willy Wonka's flash. And yeah, we spoke about how aggressive MNM love to be. And this is just one of those things where Chadonica finished up the red buff. He knows Ude wants to go for the full clear. And with the bottom lane priority earned out, they just know that they can make this invade work. Chadonica wasn't even needed to take down Wilhelm either, as, ooh, is this going to be a 4-man dive already? I mean, it's not even that risky. When the bard doesn't have flash, it's very doable. You can force them away, but there isn't a big wave. Let's see how it works.
Well, Billy Bonka able to avoid it, but his counterpart Willy goes down.
Wow.
As they are just completely dove.
Yeah, very clean from the MNM squad there. Just 2 flashes burnt and the heal to make that dive work, but think about all of the waves that will be dropped as well. Relatively good play overall. And I mean, 1,500 gold at 4.5 minutes is a pretty insane lead, as I believe Wilhelm, at the very least, stole away the Gromp. I'm unsure about whether he was actually on the Wolves. It doesn't look like he was. As we'll get a replay of this dive. It's not the biggest wave in the world, but honestly, when you have the numbers here to just make it work anyway, it does. Clocks picks the right target, goes for the Bard, knows he doesn't have flash, can't actually make it away from the knock-up, and then just honestly, Billy Bonka, unfortunately, just caught in the crossfire of the dive. Didn't even decide to flash, realized he was dead. And kind of just bites the bullet. As, again, Lucent, they've got a comp where they've effectively got 3 weak side lanes, an Udyr, and the Dream of making it to late game to make some of these team fights work. Now, Joppa doesn't have flash.
Now, looks like the milk up for that play that happened earlier, as they are going to jump into his face. Joppa doing so much work, and Billy Bonka goes down. Joppa will fall to the ignite, but Aragon will run him through. The knockup's going to come down, and here comes Clocks, beautifully diving through. Aragon all low right now as he's bopped back and is going to flash away to safety. As here comes the rest, as Gadonica will just see one of his members fall. This is still very MNM favored.
Yeah, certainly so. Vango's on his way back as well. Joppa also coming out of base. Let's see what happens. On the stream feed, apparently somebody's picked up an Elder Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Max, you might have landed on the wrong button, buddy. There we go.
It's all right. As, now someone's picked up the back. As, okay, one more pull, but honestly,
squad's coming in. There is action. This bot lane is absolutely crazy. Yeah. As nope, you're not taking that magical journey. Kick straight back out and back into reality.
Yeah, the only magical journey that Willy Wonka unfortunately is taking is not even his own chocolate factory, but back to the fountain on Summoner's Rift. As Billy actually decided to go to the mid lane and shove that one out, so that was pretty good of him whilst his team was on the bottom side. But I think now MNM might finally decide to pick up this dragon after all of the bottom lane action. I feel like they had enough skirmishing.
I just realized we got chocolate themed like bot lane, but we've also got MNM whose logo is a marshmallow.
Oh boy.
We're in for a rocky road here. Anyway, Willy Wonka is going to get himself cooked up and melted. Taken down nice and easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Willy Wonka and Billy Bonka might be on a bit of a sugar rush here. For these aggressive plays.
I'm glad you're joining me.
I mean, I can't leave you out on this. I mean, it's just so silly.
All right, stop snickering. It's time to cast some League of Legends.
Oh, all right. You know what? It's a good... You know, on days like these, it's maybe a good thing that Orcs isn't here as well. Because Orcs would actually just... He would be worse than me.
Yeah, he would be.
It would be a pun every single sentence. Shout out to Orcs, by the way. He's doing... Maybe he's watching. Who knows?
Well, you see, but like... You know, MNM are investing heavily in getting gold from the bot lane.
Yeah.
You know, you could say they're putting their money behind bars here.
Yeah. Okay, continue. I'm all ears. I'm listening.
But yeah, I mean, you've got that was the joke. It was a really weak. It was a weak pun, okay? We are 8 minutes in, and I've probably thrown about 8 or 9 puns in already. 5 kills though on Jopper. He is having a fantastic game on the Kai'Sa, probably more fun than we're having right now.
Yeah, he's even managed to pick up 76 CS in a pretty hectic game. So he's you know, normally when you see big kill games like this, you're like, oh man, he's probably suffering in the CS department for it at least. Nope. Very much fine. As Rift Herald going to be picked up for MNM here. No contest coming through. Udyr is trying to sneak. I thought he was maybe going for a gank here, but instead actually going for some counter jungle action. So we'll steal that one away at the very least. But Herald, for now, going to be the more valuable prize, unless Wilhelm can also make a dive on the bottom side happen, which is pretty unlikely, as I believe Joppa also took a fair amount of those plates. Doubt it would have been the Shen, so seems like this will just be the tower going over. I would like to see a bit of restraint here from the Herald drop, though, just because you can already see Lucent have given up holding onto this tower for now. I mean, you can probably find somewhere else to put this Herald down. Gdanika realizing that, and will just back away right now. As mid lane, I feel like when you've got champions like Ziggs, Victor, you know, the Azirs, even Anivia, if you want to mention her in the game, dropping Herald mid, very useful. But you have to typically care about where Bard is, but Bard's not level 6 right now, and he's very far away from it. So it's actually going to be pretty fine, dropping that one wherever he feels like.
Tower on the top side, very low, but is still standing. They decided to call it off to the side of MNM, and now rotating back towards his bottom side. There is a Kraken Slayer on Joppa already to Tia and Sheen on Billy Bonka. I actually think if he is a Void Seeker, he will just get Billy Bonked. I think Joppa can actually one-shot him.
That's some good analysis right there. I agree. I think Joppa could probably kill anybody on this Lucent team besides the Ornn. Maybe the Udyr as well, but no, Udyr's got tabbies, so he's too strong already. So, you know, maybe Ornn. But certainly the Squishies would suffer heavily, as Vango actually kind of overextending here a little bit too disrespectful. Could cost him his life, unless the Shen ultimate comes down.
Let's see if they're going to hold it in. They are going to pull it up with the knockups there. There's the Shen ult, and ultimate burnt for ultimate, but that is now a big tool down, which you'd normally want to save to kind of keep Joppa alive. So listen, not going to be unhappy with that. What they are going to be unhappy with is the fact that mid plates are falling down, and the Herald has been summoned. Nice Guy Dom's not really going to be able to do too much to defend this, and Joppa will get a big investment of gold here. And this genuinely is not going to be enough to finish off the tower, but now there's 4 plates taken in both mid and top. That's 8 plates total. And Joppa's been there for all of that. So I'd actually like to have a quick look at the gold right now and just see how, oh my God.
It's got double the gold of his top and support, practically. Yeah. Well, what can I say? MNM, they came in with a bit of a game plan, clearly. And they've certainly executed on it so far. Lucent haven't really had much an answer in a lot of the plays being made. Not an immediately tangible one at the very least, as MNM could get collapsed on here, but there's no tempered fate still for the Bard. So,
Billy Bonker.
Yeah, Billy Bonker.
Danuka's here.
He's about to get bonked.
He is about to get bonked. The wave has collapsed. Vango has eaten one of these tower shots as Equalize is used in the wrong position, but Clocks can just jump over the wall there. The tempered fate. Billy Bonker is getting cooked, but the charm's there. And Billy Bonker just about to get bonked. As Danuka will melt him down. Gad is absolutely cut through, but Joppa is just taking names.
Okay, look. No, Vango got the kill credits, but let's be realistic. A lot of that was Joppa's damage. My goodness, he is one-fed Kai'Sa. And yeah, we're on remake territory. This is a scrim. That's why, that's my verdict right now. As we'll get a replay. Honestly, Billy Bonker does a pretty good job to make it this far away. The equalizer not great, of course. As Rumble, I feel in this scenario, you probably want to hold on to it until he uses the arcane shift in one direction or the other. The ultimate comes down for a nice guy, but just look at the damage from Clocks. I mean, from Joppa rather. It's just insane, and he's gonna back to complete a couple more components here. And he's just going to get all the more scarier. As looking like the PD second. His items slowly starting to roll in. Billy Bonker does have a Divine Sunderer. And Rengus does have his Frozen Fist, his Frostfire Gauntlet. But
Gore Drinker finished up onto Vango. Nice guy Dom. Getting close to Leandries, but not quite there yet.
And Joppa's 800 gold away from finishing his second core item in the game.
Yeah.
So it's going to be scary. It's going to be very, very scary. One thing I will say is if they can lock Joppa down, the amount of burst damage that can come out from this Lucent lineup is insane. Especially with the Tempered Fate, the combination of Tempered Fate, a long-range True Shot Barrage, plus the Zigzag on it. It's a real threat. If Joppa doesn't have flash, you've got to pay a little bit of attention. Oh, okay. So. You're about to see it.
He just got absolutely obliterated. The Call of the Forge God there. And the Orn Horn will run him over. Vango being chased off as he goes to the ward hop, the flash, the bear slap, and everything to follow. Vango is going to be cut down as he tries to make an escape. He tries to make the turnaround. The Gore Drinker heal is there, but he has to ward hop. And Vango, no way did Vango just get away with that. What?
He's my former player, and I've said it on broadcast. I'll say it again. Vango giveth, Vango taketh. Big give from Vango there. He just doesn't die. There's too much healing, man.
What a gamer.
Absolute gamer moment from Vango. And I mean, look at this. I mentioned it 15, 20 seconds before it happened. Danuka gets every ultimate and the kitchen sink thrown at him from Lucent. And it's the initial ward hop. He stays alive for a while, holds on to the Gore Drinker proc. He gets the kick and the Sonic Wave follow-up. Gore Drinker onto 4. The ward hop cooldown comes back up with all of the haste that he has in his build. And he's able to escape. It just couldn't kill the man. They just blew all of the big damage abilities that they had on taking down Danuka in the jungle. And yeah, pretty sad thing to happen if you're Lucent, especially because he's got a pretty big shutdown on his head right now. 400 gold. You take 700 gold going into the pocket of Nice Guy Dom or Billy Bonker. As
you need it. Billy Bonker really needs it right now. 0-3 and 3. Willie not having much of a better go with it right now. 1-5. As this Rift Elder is getting secured by Danuka. All of the turrets have been taken down, and MNM 3-0 turrets, 2-0 dragons, and 10-4 in kills. Gold lead is monstrous right now. The Phantom Dancer has now been finished up onto Joppa, building towards that third item, and Billy Bonker barely started that Mana Mune. Is a cheaper item at least, but a ways away still.
Yeah, certainly a ways away. And it's the kind of point in the game where normally we would probably just switch off and start talking about other stuff. But I feel like when you've got Billy and Willy Wonka and Wonka respectively, it's hard to. The names draw attention.
They do. They do. I'm fighting the urge just to Google chocolate puns. I genuinely am.
Oh man, Lucent, you guys don't know what you've just unleashed onto the UKLC for the remainder of the split. If you guys are starting them week in, week out from here,
this is not good. This is bad for us as well.
Yes, it actually is. But you know, look, at least they're having fun with their names. We're having fun.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I think most importantly.
Are you having fun at home? That's the real question.
Yeah, I hope you are. And if you aren't, then
I'm sorry, you can get much better than this. This is as peak as it gets.
Yeah, as MNM just going to start stripping away jungle camps at this point, whenever they can. They're just going to push the vision line up as high as possible without being picked on. And I mean, realistically, with Goldie like this, they can take their time, but you don't necessarily want to give these guys the opportunity to scale for Ziggs to come online, for Ezreal to become a genuine poke threat. So I would like to see MNM put, you know, a little more agency, a little more urgency rather into their gameplay. Try and find a place to drop this Herald, try and take down all of these inner towers. I know it's difficult with Ziggs in the game, but try and just layer the pressure up as high as possible.
I guess chances are they're going to use them in the mid lane, just to try and completely crack open the map. Billy? Oh, Billy.
I need a moment.
All right, Billy. I think have a glass of water, reset, and we'll have a go at this in the next wave, all right?
He can't even get to the next wave because he's shoved down. He's got to wait.
He's got a bit of time.
Poor Billy. Doesn't have jungle camps to fall back on. He's now in the mid lane, which is where Ziggs wants to be all the time. It's tough. It's tough. Let's see if he gets the minions in this wave, actually. Hold on. We don't care about the dragon. This is the important part, okay? He set up the first melee. Okay, that's 21. That's another 21.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it.
Okay.
He's done it. He can't get it wrong from here.
Perfect wave for Billy Bonka. As, yeah, MNM, they're securing the third dragon right now, which is something we don't really need to speak about. Herald is about to time out, I'm pretty sure. It's got to be really close. It was picked up a while ago. Okay.
Vango? A little bit hypey there, buddy, but you didn't die, at least.
Vango giveth. As, let's see where Gdanica puts this Herald, because it's about 15 to 30 seconds left on it. Looks like he's walking towards the top side. I wonder if he realizes. This is something, yeah. It's a very Gdanica thing to do. I don't think he realized, unless they're actively talking about where they want to drop it right now. He nearly forgot about Herald, potentially.
Oh, yeah, that's a Gad moment.
Yeah, it's truly a Gad moment.
That's a Danica moment, that is.
Yeah, that's a Danica moment, as it will be in the bottom lane with Vango. We'll have to see how much value they can get out of it. Could potentially try and start up a Baron once the waves, you know, kind of do sync up. You'd expect to maybe wait one more wave, though that's a cannon in the mid lane, so they could just go for the start up now if they feel like it. But there's a lot of poke that they're going to have to worry about from Ziggs over the wall.
Aragon's taking a lot of damage from Barrows. He has to leave the pit. Call it an Easter egg while we got a bit of a breather. Nice guy Dom is dressed like Willy Wonka, so another Easter egg in the game. Hopefully our observer will switch to him and then I don't just look like
he's not gonna. He's not gonna. He's not gonna.
No, he's more interested in watching Eddie Carey's farm.
Okay.
Who would have guessed it? Our observer is an Eddie Carey main.
Okay. What a chat.
I mean, if he got that wrong, I would have been deeply concerned for old Billy Boy.
I mean, after the last one, well, the first one, it's understandable. Well, Herald got his charge off, but didn't really achieve much in the bottom lane. So returning to a bit of a stalemate for now. So I call it a stalemate. It's the most one-sided stalemate I think I've seen in a while. It's more or less on MNM to start the Baron eventually. But again, it's the threat of the Ziggs, it's the threat of not really wanting to flip the game on one Baron. And they're just trying to find a pick, but it's just becoming so difficult. As Lucent do have the long-range tools to check on the Baron, so just trying to wait for an unforced error, it seems like. As he's looking for the assassination.
Oh, he's going for it. Dom is so dead.
Yeah. Really nice stuff from Dropper, and that could be the go signal to actually try and start this Baron, unless they can also find Wilhelm.
I think Wilhelm might be the opportunity as he is cooked. Goes for the flash.
Oh!
Beautiful little bit out by Willie as the true shot barrage from Billy is going to come in. And there's the flash, there's the follow-up. And Vango now in for a whole lot of work as he does get a kick-off. Arrogance now being caught out for the moment. Trying to block up for himself as here comes the Kaiser. Jopper trying to find the opportunity to come in. Finds Rengus and does a lot of damage to Rengus as they flash into his face. He jumps out safely. Gets a lot of damage off as well. Jopper playing like a man possessed.
Yeah, got a lot of damage bitten out of Rengus, but the issue is he blew his flash and now he's going to be vulnerable to a Tempered Fate if it does come out from Willy Wonka, and there's no Baron off the back of this either. So realistically, this is a bit of a soft loss for MNM. Yes, they find the initial pick through Nice Guy Dom and through Jopper, but they didn't really achieve much more. So you can say Nice Guy Dom, no more flash. Wilhelm, no more flash. Rengus, no more flash either. Willy Wonka, actually. So it's only Billy with his flash available. So everyone else pretty vulnerable to picks from the Rakan.
This feels like a longer game than 23 minutes. I think there's a lot of
feels like a much longer game than it
deserves.
deserves to be. And
yeah,
okay.
Vango finds Wilhelm. Well, yeah. I didn't think that chicken wanted to fight.
So Vango probably could have killed him if he realized that he was alone, but just decided not to actually do anything about it. As
oh no! Oh, he just about survived thanks to the satchel.
Very nice.
Obviously down on Jopper, but it's relatively short cooldown, so he should be okay. Won't have it for the dragon though, which is going to be kind of potentially important. But they're looking to jump in, and that's a silly feeling because he's getting cooked. The Tempered Fate only going to start Jopper as the true shot barrage barely clips him. A double kill already picked up for the Rumble, and here comes Vango for the tidy up. They're taking the tower, and the kick goes a little bit wide. Billy able to survive for now. And MNM get a kill, get 2 kills and a tower.
Yeah. Finally, they pull the trigger, and I think it's been a long time waiting. Hold on, guys. They tried a couple minutes ago. It wasn't the best pick in the world. This time they find 2. They're going to be able to pick up this Cloud Soul, but honestly, the Baron, I guess we'll just stay in the game 5-10 minutes longer than we have to. But, you know, playing it safe, I suppose. Not really willing to flip the game on a Baron, even though there's no jungler in the game. Much worried about the Ziggs. Must be the thought process here.
Yeah, I think they're playing it smart, playing it safe. Now got that Cloud Soul. It's going to actually be really effective for a lot of them. You think about Rakan now with the extra movement speed. Same for Jopper, being able to jump in and then instantly reposition. Vango's most likely going to kick in the thick, so a bit more movement speed for him. Honestly, not a bad soul. We've had only Cloud Souls today as well, which has been semi-tragic. But last week it was mostly Infernals, so to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to... Oh no.
Willie, I think you're... Oh no, nice gun, Dom's dead. Oh!
They're both.
Jopper just gets himself the double like
They're
that.
all dead.
MNM, I think their Deliveroo's just arrived. They just decided they want to close this game out.
Hey guys, it seems like they've, yeah, like you say, the delivery showed up for an early dinner here. MNM, they're gonna pick up this Baron. It's one of those games, man. It has been slow, painful if you're a Lucent fan, that's for sure. If you're a Lucent fan, you probably turned off the game about 5 minutes ago. But here we are, MNM very restrained today. I think after last week in particular, only securing a 1-1 for themselves, maybe looking to play this one out a little more by the books. And I mean, especially with the experience of the top side, they know what the struggle is like making it into playoffs. And games like these are the games that you can't lose. Against a team that is 0-2 at the bottom of the table, and you're expecting to finish on the top half, take it as slow as you have to. And it seems like that is the motto right now.
Now they got that Baron. I want to see them very proactive. I don't want to see MNM sit back and just kind of rest on their laurels. They're pushing all 3 lanes out right now, as Joppa will be able to take down the second to last outer turret. Inner turret, sorry. And the inhibitor turrets are next up. They've got double cannons in this bot wave. Nice Guy Dom will be able to make some work of it, but the bonus magic resistance is pretty impactful. The Tempered Fate, not even getting remotely close there from Willy. Nice Guy Dom has to be a little bit careful. It's almost safe to Void Seeker, and I actually think Joppa would have pulled that trigger if he'd hit that.
Yes. If his last ultimates have been anything to go by, I believe he would have gone for it. As Lucent, they're trying to poke and prod, but don't really have.
That's it. Dom said, get the movement speed, flashes away to safety, the charms in, the equalizer's down, the True Shot Barrage tickles MNM as this tower will fall. Billy now going to eat himself a kick, taunted up by Aragon. Aragon, that was flawless, that was beautiful. Rengus gets a big old knock up, but Joppa continues to DPS them down. MNM only dropping Aragon, and they will take this inhibitor. They've got the Baron minions. They're going to take the top tower of the minions as well, and this might just be the game. Only Willy and Dom remain as the kick comes in from Vango, and Dom just about survives with his own flash to safety as the final tower guarding the Nexus will fall. It was a minty fresh game coming in from M&M as they close this one out.
Yeah, not a lot of arrow to breathe here for Lucent, unfortunately. And yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful.
Speaking of which, I think we just take a break, like a Kit Kat. And I don't think there's much
Wrong
post-game.
show, mate. We're not sponsored by them, but it is time for a break. We'll see you in a Twix.